Hey there, kindergarten. Remember our phrase today is who went? Who went? Let's see. Let's take a minute and think about what could we write with who went. I have an idea. Remember, the beginning of the sentence, we always make it uppercase. Who went home? Ha, ha, ha. Oh. And what would make this O say O instead of ah? A quiet E at the end. Who went home? And I asked a question, so I don't just put a period. I can start with that, but I have to make it into a question mark, okay? Because I asked a question, who went home? Okay? Remember, come up with your own who went sentence and make your own picture. That's why I'm not drawing, because I don't want you to just copy my pictures, okay? I want you guys to be creative and come up with your own story. And when you're writing your words, sound it out and write the sounds that you hear. That's how we become better spellers, by just writing how it sounds in our ear. Even if it's not perfect, you'll practice being perfect spellers next year in first grade. This year, we're just practicing hearing the sounds, okay? Great job today, kindergarten. Have an awesome weekend. Hey, kindergarten. Let's start this day. Help me read this message, okay? Dear class, today is Friday, April 24, 2020. It is day 159 of school. We will learn at home today. Love, Miss Andrea. What's that called? The clock. Good. And that tells us the time. Very good. And this long hand is the minute hand, and the short hand is the hour hand. And you read the hour hand first, okay? Let's give us a new time. What if we do this? All right, there we go. Excuse me, kindergarten. All right, we're gonna read this. Ready? The hour, you can see it peeking out here, is still pointing at the 3, right? So the hour is 3, and then we put 2 dots, right? And our minutes, I see there's a 15, so I'm gonna count down. 15, 16, 17. 17. 3:17 is our total time. Wonderful job. Let's keep moving on over here to the calendar. All right, and the calendar tells us that the month is April, and the year is 2020. And down here, our number date that comes after 23 is 24. Super job. And we need to come over here and look at the day of the week. If you follow 24 all the way up, it tells you that today is Friday, and that yesterday was Thursday, and tomorrow is going to be Saturday. Good. So the whole date, everything put together, is Friday, April 24, 2020. Super job. Let's look at your popcorn words. We know this I-N-T-O, it's hiding 2 small words. The word is into. Ready? Spell this with me. Ready? I-N-T-O, into. I-N-T-O, into. I-N-T-O, into. Good job. And this O-R spells or. Very good. All right, ready? O-R spells or. O-R spells or. O-R spells or. Good job. And our pattern, we've got A, B, A, B, A. And the A's are the green triangle. Whoops, dropped it. The green triangles, there we go. If we were going on tomorrow, what would be here? A B, which is the red trapezoid. Good job. Down here, our phrase is who went? Who went? I want you to be thinking about how you can use the words who went in your journal sentence today, okay? Over here, we've got 2 coins. This one is a nickel, and we know that's worth 5 cents. And this one is a penny, and we know that one is worth 1 cent. So we can just add these probably in our head because it's 5 plus 1. What is 5 plus 1 more? 6. 6 cents. So we can write it 6 with the cent sign, which is a C and a line. Or you can use the dollar sign, which is an S with 2 lines, and say $0. And remember, you have to have 2 numbers for the cents, okay? So there's 0 and a 6. It says 6 cents. Good job. Up here, we're going to count down how many days till you get to be a first grader, right? So 22, and we add or subtract? Subtract. 22 minus 1 is 21 kindergarten days until you are a first grader. And down here, let's do how many days you've been in school. We've got the ones, the tens, and the hundreds. And today, we get to add 1 more on the ones, which makes this 8 into a 9 and gives us 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, 151, 152, 153, 154, 155, 156, 157, 158, 159. 159 days you've been in school. Fantastic job today, kindergarten. Let's go do our journal for the day. Kiss your brain. Hey, kindergarten. Our story today, the title is Alexander, who used to be rich last Sunday. And the author who wrote the words is Judith Vorst, and the illustrator who drew the pictures is Ray Cruz. This is the front cover and the back cover and the spine that holds the pages. This has some smaller print, so I'm going to hold it so I can read it, and then I will turn it for you, okay? It isn't fair that my brother Anthony has $2.03 and 1 dime and 7 nickels and 18 pennies. It isn't fair that my brother Nicholas has $1 and 2 quarters and 5 dimes and 5 nickels and 13 pennies. It isn't fair because what I've got is bus tokens. So he doesn't have, Alexander has no money, and he thinks it is not fair that he has no money. And most of the time, what I've mostly got is bus tokens. And even when I'm very rich, I know that pretty soon what I will have is bus tokens. Bus tokens are little coins that allow you to take a ride on the public bus where he lives. I know because I used to be rich last Sunday. Last Sunday, Grandma Betty and Grandpa Louie came to visit us from New Jersey. They brought lox because my father likes to eat lox. They brought plants because my mother likes to grow plants. They brought $1 for me and $1 for Nick and $1 for Anthony because Mom says it isn't nice to say this, but we like money.
father told me to put the dollar away to pay for college. He was kidding. Anthony told me to use the dollar to go downtown to a store and buy a new face. Anthony stinks. Nikki said to take the dollar and bury it in the garden, and in a week a Dollar Tree would grow. Ha ha ha. Mom said if I really want to buy a walkie-talkie, save my money. But saving money is hard. Because last Sunday, when I used to be rich, I went to Pearson's drugstore and I got bubble gum. And after the gum stopped tasting good, I got more gum. And after that gum stopped tasting good, I got more gum. And even though I told my friend David I'd sell him all the gum in my mouth for a nickel, he still wouldn't buy it. Goodbye 15 cents. Last Sunday, when I used to be rich, I bet that I could hold my breath till 300. Anthony won. I bet that I could jump from the top of the stoop and land on my feet. Nikki won. I bet that I could hide the purple marble in my hand and my mom would never guess which hand that I was hiding it in. I didn't know that moms made children pay. Goodbye, another 15 cents. I absolutely was saving the rest of my money. I positively was saving the rest of my money. Except that Eddie called me up and said that he would rent me his snake for an hour. I always wanted to rent his snake for an hour. Goodbye, 12 cents. Anthony said, when I'm 99, I will still have enough for a walkie-talkie. Nick said, I'm too dumb to be let loose. My father said that there are certain words a boy can never say, no matter how ratty and mean his brothers are being. My father fined me 5 cents each for saying those words. Goodbye, dime. Last Sunday, when I used to be rich, by accident I flushed 3 cents down the toilet. A nickel fell through a crack when I walked on my hands. I tried to get my nickel out with a butter knife and also my mother's scissors. Goodbye, 8 cents, and the butter knife, and the scissors. Last Sunday, when I used to be rich, I found this chocolate candy bar just sitting there. I rescued it from being melted or smushed. Except the way I rescued it from being melted or smushed was that I ate it. How was I supposed to know that it was Anthony's? Goodbye, 11 cents. I absolutely was saving the rest of my money. I positively was saving the rest of my money. But then Nick did a magic trick that made my pennies vanish in thin air. The trick to bring them back, he said, he has not learned yet. Goodbye, 4 cents. Anthony said that even when I am 199, I still will not have enough for a walkie-talkie. Nick said that they should lock me in a cage. My father said there are certain things a boy can never kick, no matter how ratty and mean his brothers are being. My father made me pay 5 cents for kicking it. Goodbye, nickel. Last Sunday, when I used to be rich, Kathy around the corner had a garage sale. I positively only went to look. I looked at a half-melted candle. I needed that candle. I looked at a bear with one eye. I needed that bear. I looked at a deck of cards that was perfect except for no 7 of clubs and no 2 of diamonds. I didn't need that 7 or 2. Goodbye, 20 cents. I absolutely was saving the rest of my money. I positively was saving the rest of my money. I absolutely positively was saving the rest of my money, except I needed to get some money to save. I tried to make a tooth fall out. I could put it under my pillow and get a quarter, but no loose teeth. I looked at Pearson's telephone booths for nickels and dimes that people sometimes forget. No one forgot. I brought some non-returnable bottles down to Friendly's Market. Friendly's Market was not very friendly. I told my grandma and grandpa to come back soon. Last Sunday, when I used to be rich, I used to have $1. I do not have $1 anymore. I've got this dopey deck of cards. I've got this one-eyed bear, and I've got this melted candle. And some bus tokens. So he wasn't rich anymore because he wasn't very wise with his money. And he spent it all super fast. All right. Our Bible story today is called The Testimony, which is like sharing your story. A testimony is. After a long time in prison, Paul was ready to go to Rome for his trial. What should I tell the emperor about Paul? Governor Festus asked his guests, King Agrippa and his sister. Let's hear Paul tomorrow, they decided. The next day, many important leaders came to listen. Jesus changed my life, Paul explained. I used to hate Jesus' followers, and now they are all my friends. Everyone listened carefully to Paul. King Agrippa and Governor Festus agreed that Paul was telling the truth. Festus decided to tell the emperor that Paul should go free. All right, so we'll find out soon what happens with Paul when he goes to his trial in Rome. But for now, will you help me with this? Psalm 56:3. When I am afraid, I will trust in you. One more time. Psalm 56:3. When I am afraid, I will trust in you. Great job today, kindergarten. Have a good weekend. See you later.